Oh, the weather finally cooperated to get some high school sports in, and let's go to the highlights. We've got a bunch tonight, including the most electrifying plays of the week, brought to you, underwritten by NIPSCO. And we got to send a shout out to all the moms out there that want us to slow down when they show these because they say they don't get to see pick out their dearest athlete. Although there's Zoe Wilson to Marissa Chavez for 3, and Zach Van Hook, he's becoming a regular.
Boy, he has. You dunk it like that, and you're going to be a regular.
That was Aaron Ham on the assist, and here's the big man, the G-man, with the turn on Travis Williams, trying to roll him over at the Calumet Regional and get the pin. I think it was 2:42 in to the match, Wayne. Did Geelan get it done, rolled him on the cradle, and then it was win time right there.
2 minutes it took it? My God.
2:42. Travis, hey, this was the championship. Travis Williams put up a fight. Here's Josh Fleming. We told you.
Look at this. Look at this.
We told you, if you dunk, if you throw down, you got a chance to get on the slow-mo. That was Gage Ott.
And this young lady from Portage broke the gym record for Portage for on the floor here. And Danielle Solis, and she just did an outstanding job.
Boy, she did. Member of the last year's state championship team, but the Lady Vikes.
She is #1 all around in the state of Indiana.
But the Lady Vikes walked late, didn't they? We'll have big highlights coming up of the girls' gymnastics showdown last night. Let's start with some boys basketball, though. This is kind of the lull for the boys. In fact, a lot of them playing tonight. Kyle Kaminsky for Boone Grove downtown for 3. It was Wheeler and Boone, an old PCC rivalry. Backdoor Chris Nod goes for the layup. John Hogue on the steal and the 2 here, Wayne.
Boy, he had a nice game. He played really well, and right now they're playing very well.
Man, we had some, looked like the Wheeler Bearcat got deflected by the rim there.
Yeah.
At least he was up there trying to block that shot. He got caught in the rim. We got video evidence of that. There's a nice putback up by Catherman for 2.
Taking it to the glass.
Nice drive. That was James Miller, I believe. Here's John Hogue again with the runner for 2.
Boy, he's really stepped up and played very, very well.
James Miller for the Bearcats, knocking down the jumper. This was one of the great rivalries in the PCC, as Miller scores again. But obviously, you know, with Wheeler heading out of the conference, it's been rough. Baseline jumper up and good for Austin Griner.
Yeah, they struggled a little bit this year, and not on that shot.
Tom Johnson always wanted to play up-tempo, right? Here's Austin Griner again on the pull-up. He had a nice game. James Miller.
Nice pass into the post.
Isaac Myodolski for the layup for 2. Usually that's a name you associate with Wheeler, with an exchange student.
Right.
But that was Boone Grove's Iodolski for 2. Michael Crohan with the spin off the glass.
Good, Catherman to hole.
Yeah, with the runner. And here's Dan Golston for 3 for Boone. And I believe the Wolves fell to the Bearcats here, 38-31. Big win for Boone Grove, or for Wheeler, I mean. How about Lowell and Andrean? The Red Devils, we told you, were off for a while, coming back to the tough part of their schedule with LC, with Munster, and now with Andrean. And what a turnabout Andrean's done. And Ben Davidson, part of the reason why, after the opening night nightmare, they have played some solid basketball.
Yeah, they really have, and so is Lowell. I mean, they got, defeated by Griffith a little bit, but, boy, they're stepping back. And this Van Hook, he can really play.
Yeah, he can. We'll see if he gets any big-time offers. That's a nice left-handed shot up by Jason Savage on the rebound. Here comes Lowell on the break. Zakoukas with a layup, and then Van Hook to William Barker for 3. But Andrean, I believe, came back strong into this basketball game. But we got more Lowell off the, no, that was off the baseline for Barker for 3. William Barker now headed the key jumper for the Red Devils. And then we're going to see another Delmer Fleming 3. really, Wayne, it's something when you see a team like Andrean, who was great last year, obviously, and then lost so much to graduation, lost their coach, and once the season started, they have definitely had good improvement.
Yeah, they have, and once they adjusted a little bit to the new system and things, this is Van Hook. Boy, he's just been dominant for Lowell. But they have really improved, and this is the time of the year. Sectional's coming around the corner.
Yeah, and they'll have a sectional title to defend. Here's Lowell on the fast break. Beautiful over-the-shoulder pass and a layup. Here's the Niners coming back. Nice reverse layup that rolls in. Matthew Anjorin. Here's Podkul for three from downtown.
He's been a staple for them.
Baseline jumper, Barker for three. Here's a nice drive by
Nice drive.
Flowers and hanging shot for two.
That weak side board.
Podkul throws it back up and in, off the rebound. Here comes the Red Devils.
Here it comes.
Break again. And
putting it
yeah,
down.
we'll watch that. We'll look for the dunks. No, it was actually Lowell who hammered Andrean.
Oh, yeah. 57-40. And Lowell really needed this victory after a couple of tough games before this.
I had that one screwed up in my head. I thought Andrean had gotten the best of them. All right, let's go to the LaPorte and Valpo. The Slicers, we already saw Gage Ott getting it done. Now he's going to show you the perimeter game from the outside. Drew Paul from downtown, no good. Excuse me, that's Drew Paul with the rebound two for the Vikes. Cole Wolf.
Game.
Cole Wolf for three. The student section
young.
And the student section was fired up for this one, Wayne.
Yeah,
for Valpo.
And they're shooting the three.
This was one of my red checkmark games as Gage Ott scores again, and they got it done on Friday night.
Yes.
Long three ball by Cole Wolf again, and inside to Paul that time for two. Although the back-to-backs on Saturday got the best of them. Cole Wolf for another three when they were beaten at home by Bishop Knoll.
Right. That was a good game for Bishop Knoll, a proving game for them. They could play somebody in the Duland and play them well.
The Vikes have been a little up and down, but they played very well. Taking LC to overtime, but fell Saturday night to Bishop Knoll. Couldn't do the back-to-back win.
Yeah, Knoll has a very good team. Chrysler's a very good player.
Yeah, let's go to the top 10 on the boys' side. Probably not much change this week, although the big story, Wayne, was East Chicago knocking off Lake Central.
Yeah, that was huge. East Chicago bumped up to 6, and Couts is in the Big Boys Bowl.
Couts is in the Big Boy Bowl.
That's right.
Wow.
11-2, and Knoll at 13-2, Munster 13-3. Everybody's going to say, okay, why is Lake Central still number 2? They lost.
Everybody
Lake Central has played very, very well.
I would call that a disappointing loss, Wayne.
I agree with you. I totally agree.
All right, number 1 still the Bowman Academy Eagles at 14-3. Boys, Little 5. Let's check that out, shall we?
Little 5.5. 21st Century moved down. Rensselaer, they just kind of snuck in. They're 10-4 all of a sudden. Marquette, Lake Station, Washington Township, and Hebron. Hebron having a good season, but boy, it was tough.
They got bit by the prep sports jinx, I think, last
they did.
week.
I think so.
All right. How about some players of the week, Wayne, on the boys' side?
Well, Devin Dillard, just 28 points against Lures. Edwards, you got to give him. I mean, 32 against Lake Central. Nobody could stop him. And Atkins had 21 over the win over LaPorte by Washington Township.
How about some unknown boys players of the week?
Pat McCarthy, for 12 points against Griffith.
Never heard of him.
And Drew Paul.
Well, yeah, Drew Paul. He was on the highlights, but he's not a household name.
That's right.
2 good picks for our unknowns. Girls sectional basketball began on Tuesday night, and let's go to the Hobart sectional, where Maryville and LaPorte are expected to meet. Here's Caitlin Steers, the steal and the layup for the Portage Lady Indians.
Steers really had a nice game for Portage, really stepped up.
Abby Kovachkov from downtown. Well, you got two legendary Crown Point last names in Kovachkov and Albrecht.
That's for sure.
On the girls' team.
That's for sure. And both of them are very solid players. Crown Point really had to fight their way to this victory here.
Yeah, Steers for the layup. They opened it up late. There's the three ball by Dowd that went down, or excuse me, the two that went down for Dowd, Caitlin Dowd. There's the three ball. Caitlin Schaefer for three for Portage. Steers all the way with the left hand. Caitlin Steers off the dribble, giving Crown Point some problems. This is Crown Point with the basketball. Katie Howarth inside, going to put two in off the glass. We'll see her score two more. Is any chance of an upset, Wayne, with LaPorte and Maryville, the stronger teams in the brackets here?
No, I think that's going to be a very good game. Both of them, it's going to be a very, very good game, and I think the winner of that game could win that section. Should win that section.
Well, I mean that's the matchup for the championship. But do you see Crown Point with a shot at maybe an upset on Friday night before Saturday?
No.
Yeah,
I mean, they've played very well, okay, and they moved to the second round, but they'd have to play very well.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. It just looks like LaPorte and Maryville are loaded, but sometimes is when you see the upset when a team is maybe looking ahead, but talent-wise, you see the three ball go down by Kovachkov there. Ed Kovachkov for three. Just inside the line is Hannah Albrecht for two. You would really think that something would really have to go wrong for Maryville or LaPorte to not make it to the championship game.
Both of those teams are so outstanding right now, and especially LaPorte.
Yeah.
They're just playing very, very well.
Dowd for two after the three Johnson for two after the three by Dowd. Crown Point did get the victory 44-39. Johnson, in fact, is going to play basketball, I believe, at Purdue Cal.
Wow.
Even though she's a tremendous softball player. All right, game two Tuesday night was the Lady Slicer taking on the Hobart Lady Brickies. Brickies have been hampered by some injuries all season long. That's Jacqueline Heath to Kubik for three out of the corner for the Slicers. A lot of pressure on LaPorte as they head into the postseason. They did have the heartbreaking loss to Penn Friday night prior.
Yes,
that's Grace Roach. She's been one of the Brickies that's been hampered by injuries. And there's Kubik for three again. LaPorte just has a lot of weapons at the three-point line, and they've got the point guard there, Wayne. What vision by Jacqueline Heath, the Goshrowski there.
Yeah, I mean, they really can put points on the board. And they did a number on Michigan City, and, they are playing well right now. Penn, took it to them a little bit, but Penn is probably the best girls team in the northern half of the state.
Could be. And LaPorte really gave them all they could handle in a very close game. There's a three ball by Elkhorn. I know come tournament time, a well-seasoned point guard is something that you definitely like to have.
Definitely.
And LaPorte's definitely got one.
You win championships with outstanding point guards.
Jacqueline Heath, not only a great passer, but you saw the three ball there. And LaPorte is just so hard to match up with because they've got so many players who can shoot the three. Kubik, Heath, we haven't even seen Nicole Knesna yet, but see a beautiful look inside. You go out and you guard that three-point line, and then you throw it inside to Colburn there for two.
Have that inside-outside, and they can just shoot the three.
Shoot the three ball pretty good. Jacqueline Heath for a point guard who looks to distribute as much as she does. There's Marisha Chavez. Hobart's got a pipeline to IU Northwest. A couple of their young ladies are going to play their college basketball right there. Kubik for another three, and 66-44 LaPorte, the Lady Slicers, with a big, big victory. All right, let's move on and look at the girls' top 10, Wayne. West Side with a big win over Munster. LC with a big win. They're going to meet tomorrow night. But it looks like LaPorte and Maryville would meet on Saturday at the girls sectional in Hobart.
Right. And not much change. Knowles had a great season here. Highland has a great season. Now they're out of it. Lake Central did defeat them in the opening round, but
Crown Point LaPorte tomorrow night.
Right.
Yeah, impressive outing for LC over Highland.
Right. And our #1 team all season long, it's been
well, not all season. They had to beat Lake Central.
That's right. Lake Central opened it up. That's right. Until
and they got they're 18-2 LaPorte now after their second loss in their win on Tuesday night. How about the girls' Little Five? We saw OD put it on South Central, although South Central played pretty well, I thought.
Right, I thought so too. Morgan Township and Washington Township, that could be a Saturday matchup for a championship there.
It definitely could be. Definitely, that's what we think is going to happen over there at the Morgan Township sectional. And obviously, Oregon Davis, heads and shoulders above everybody else. How about some girls players of the week, Wayne? Nicole Knesny with 28. We didn't even talk about that. 124-45.
Right. Wow, that was a. When I read it, I thought it was a misprint.
LaPorte over City 124-45. Right. And really, I didn't think that was any payback there needed for some games in the past.
Michigan City had some injuries, but still, LaPorte just really.
Jocelyn King of Bowman and Gina Rubino.
I wonder if this is the.
I don't know. That's a good question. We should have asked them.
That's right.
All right. How about some unknown girls players?
Tamala Ray from Morton had 16 against East Chicago. Yeah. And Caitlin Steers.
Definitely Caitlin Steers. Didn't know anything really about her. All right, we got a boatload of wrestling to get to, folks. Regionals over at Calumet. Clarence Johnson right there in the championship against Juan Duque of Portage, taking him down with the two-pointer right there. Wayne, we have more highlights than should be allowed to be shown, I think. On any,
we need to extend this for an hour.
On any half-hour show. There you see Johnson working from the back, trying to get him on his back, trying to turn him and roll him. Almost a reversal right there, though, by Duque. But Johnson able to stay on him. Clarence Johnson, after winning 12-1 here in the championship, moved his record to 36-4. He is a junior for Maryville, one of the impressive Pirates who they'll be looking to possibly get through. He's a winner. This is Alec Norwell of Calumet taking on Derek Scott of Maryville. Calumet, of course, in the maroon there. Norwell going to win a decision 5-2, Wayne. He came in 40-7 on the season. And this is one of the top wrestlers in Northwest Indiana right here. Jacob Kovac, the sophomore, 39-3. He went on to a 3-0 victory over Stephen Lawrence. Here's some more. This is 145 right here, Wayne. Isaac Rentis, who's 38-1. Isaac needs some airtime. He hasn't gotten enough publicity, really. He could be the all-unknown wrestling team because he just hasn't got a bunch of airtime. He's a senior. He's 38-1. He won here 6-3. And, well, he's got some quickness there. Quickness there moving around. And he won by the score of 6-3. Here's one of your LC guys, Wayne.
Yes,
Jake Cleomola at 160.
And I believe Jake won this one.
Yep, 5-4 in a close one over Darren Svitko of Portage. Working the arm there on a reversal. Here is Matthew Hollins of Maryville, looking to score on a pin here, getting the back shoulder on the mat. 37 seconds, Wayne. He's going to get it done right here against Calumet's Nick Fowler. Hollins, 38-5, advancing to the semi-state. Matt Hedrick of Portage winning here at 195 over Renee Zamora of Hammond High. Hedrick, 23-9 coming in at 195. A nice two-point takedown there with the single leg. And here's the guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh off signing that national letter of intent. 44-0. 1 minute in to the championship at 220. Moved to 47-0. 2 out of 3 pins. Rolling in the cradle there to get Travis Williams on his back.
That is power.
Yeah. Staying undefeated, 47-0. Speaking of power, here's another powerful young man, Sean Streck of Maryville. Just a sophomore, 37-1 coming in. Maybe one of the favorites locally to go get a state championship. He let Robert Yanez go right there. That's because he's going to take him down again for 2 more points, score the 2-point takedown en route to a 10-2 win. Going to give him a 1 point reversal there just to knock him around and knock him out of bounds and take him down again. Sean Streck, who is a big-time football player along the offensive and defensive line. There's the 2-point takedown for Maryville. And he's one of those guys that Coach Zach Wells is happy he's coming back from.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Maryville wins big in the wrestling regional. Portage second, LC third, followed by Hobart and Calumet. We've got gymnastics, Wayne. We may have to prelude your picks tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. This is Danielle Salas.
You're not thrilled about that, are you?
On the beam, and she does an outstanding job there. This is Leah Milroy from Valparaiso. She is on the bar. She had a 9.6.
The Lady Vikes just reload.
Oh, gosh. They really do.
I think that might have been their high of the year, 112.
Yes, 112 was, I think. Nice
Anna
dismount,
Wilson.
Nice release.
I mean, the names have changed. The names aren't as familiar as they were.
Right. Salas here for Portage won the beam with a 9.5.
And actually, Wayne, team-wise, 109, a very good score for Portage.
Right, yes. Actually, she took second. It was Milroy who took first. This is Milroy on the beam. She had a 9.625, so she scored the #1 spot.
And Leah Milroy second in the all-around.
Right.
9.625, first on the beam. And so much of it is determined by this beam, but that was an outstanding dismount.
Boy, you're very right there. This is Milroy on the floor. She had a 9.35 on her floor routine. Nice passes here. Nice clean landing.
Danielle Solis with a school record 9.8 on the floor and the vault.
That is amazing. 9.85 for Solis on the floor, school record. And I think this is Carolyn Miller right here. At a 9.5, second place for Valparaiso on the floor.
And just the ability to put different gymnasts in and out in every event.
That's the key.
Yeah.
You know, they're so versatile. They can just move people around.
Some great highlights tonight by our camera people here on the Prep Sports Report, folks. What a tremendous job they have done all week with the
Lynn's an excellent
highlights.
camera person for that gymnastics. She knows gymnastics. This is Salas, and this is her record-breaking performance on the floor, 9.85. And as I said earlier in the show, she is the state's #1 all-around person. She has the highest score in the state so far.
And we can see why. Tremendous performance. This was just last night, Wednesday night. Valpo 112-275, Portage 109-825. So just last evening, their dual meet, and Valpo winning over Portage.
That's right.
All right.
And Chesterton over Lake Central, and I think that Michigan City beat LaPorte. There it is.
We're running against the clock, Wayne. I think we should probably show you our Facebook page where some of these highlights will be here later on this week. Sports at lakeshorepublicmedia.org. Michael Zigman, our buddy, sent us an email. I don't know if we're going to get it. We are going to instead go to Wayne's World and give you at least the important girls sectional picks for this weekend here.
All right. So let's go with Lowell.
You thought you were getting out of it.
Yeah. I like Lowell over Morton. I like Lake Central
over the
west side. I don't think that Dana Evans is going to get 23 against Lake Central again. And I like Lake Central over Lowell for the championship on Saturday.
I like LC also.
I like LaPorte over Crown Point, Maryville over Chesterton, and I like the Slicers over Maryville in a close one, though.
I like LaPorte's balance as well. I mean, it wouldn't shock us, of course, if Maryville won, but LaPorte looks like they're on a mission to get that trophy.
Gavitt over Clark, Griffith over Hammond, and the Panthers win another section.
You can't vote against Griffith at the Griffith section. Too high scoring there, Wayne, though.
Right. KV over Knox, Hanover Central over Andran. And I think KV is going to get this sectional here over Hanover Central.
Knoll, the big favorite in Class 2A.
Oh, definitely. Over Boone, Whiting over Bowman, and Knoll having a great season will defeat Whiting.
Class 1A.
Marquette Catholic over Washington. Morgan over Couts.
No way.
And Marquette Catholic over...
No chance. I'm going with Morgan to win.
Morgan? All right.
I like Morgan. All right.
All right.
We are exhausted. We hope you are too. That was a big half hour of high school sports. We'll see you next Thursday night on the Prep Sports Report.